Pride Fest in Colorado Springs over the weekend doubled as both a celebration and an opportunity for a community to collectively mourn. Organizers tried to strike that difficult balance at the first Pride Fest since the Club Q shooting in November, where 5 people were killed. Here's Mark Salinger.
Okay, so welcome y'all to our weekly Pride meeting.
To organize a celebration,
we're getting it done.
A brewery is a pretty good place to start.
That would be great.
In between beers and spreadsheets comes a realization that this celebration will not be like the others.
Celebrate, but also mourn.
Holly Knipp.
Oh, of course, it's super emotional.
Justin Burns.
There is a lot of pressure.
And Johnny Tippett understand organizing this Pride Festival takes humanity.
Pride this year is going to be a lot of mourning and a lot of remembering of what happened last fall.
November 19th, 2022. 5 people killed in an LGBTQ bar in Colorado Springs. 8 months later, they meet at the brewery owned by the man who stopped the shooter to organize a pride filled with mixed emotions.
We want to pay tribute to the people, the victims, like the family members in one aspect, but we also want to celebrate Pride as well. So
I'm expecting celebration, I'm expecting tears, I'm expecting a whole spectrum of emotions.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. Hello friends and welcome to Pikes Peak Pride.
I'm shocked you're here.
For the first time since a safe space was attacked, rainbows fill Colorado Springs with color.
It's pure madness. And like things come up that we didn't know we had to plan for.
The ideas from the brewery come to life at a festival that celebrates and mourns.
This Pride is very different because everyone is still healing.
We should be proud of who we are every single day.
There's power in being together and there's power in love. And I think it's also a little scary for everybody today, I'm not gonna lie.
In the middle of so much color, a memorial sits in black.
5 beautiful souls were taken from our community.
Soon, it'll be covered in messages of love as a community reflects.
We want this event to be for everybody, but especially those who were impacted by the Club Q event.
Even in a park filled with thousands, 5 people will always be missing.
I think Club Q is a good reminder that Pride isn't always a celebration. Pride is a complex cocktail of different emotions.
Throughout the planning process for this Pride Festival, every decision was made with the families of the Club Q victims in mind. We're at a planning meeting where they discussed billboards and buttons to give out to people. From the biggest memorials to the smallest, they decided to check with the families to make sure those gestures weren't misconstrued.
And as we well know, families are never going to agree on everything, but hopefully the fact that they've reached out means a lot. You saw Rich Fierro leading the parade, and what an emotional honor that was for him. He was not the only person tied to Club Q who's front and center.
Exactly. He led the parade as Grand Marshal on Sunday, yesterday, and all the other survivors of the Club Q shooting were right behind him as well. There was also a memorial service on Saturday that everybody was honored at with a moment of silence at 11:56 a.m. The shooting took place at 11:56 p.m. that night.
Mark Salinger, thank you.